Okay, so the introduction has already been done. Yeah, my name is Andrew. I'm the curator and that graduated from GIA. And we'll begin with the diamond as being an ultimate gem. Okay, so for a diamond, well, you may see diamonds in almost every single jewelry stores and almost every single jewelry pieces, right? Um, the fact is that they are, I mean, just plain beautiful. Okay, sometimes it's also due to their unique gemological properties, like they are the they're literally the hardest mineral on earth, and then they have unique refraction index that can reflect light like no other gemstones can do. And apart from that, they also diamonds also experienced a successful marketing campaign back in the 1950s. So that's why diamonds is very one of the most popular gemstones now and also widely used too. So but I would say ultimately it really depends on personal preference on what stone you want to choose. Okay. So back dating to diamonds backstory, a little bit about the history of diamonds, which is um, the fun part. Okay. So diamond was actually believed to be first discovered in Golconda. Okay, um, some gemstone enthusiasts might even heard of this place called Golconda in India. Right, it was first reported back in 400 BCE. BC, yeah, that was long, long time ago, more than 2,000 years ago. So, and India was also known to be the only source for diamonds until the 1700s. So it's to think of it is actually mm, how to say the source for diamonds may not be as much as other famous colored stones like ruby, sapphire, and emerald back then. So India produced not to say a lot as if as of now, but they still produce a fair bit of amount of diamonds for the royalties and the wealthy, right? So here is the actual picture of the Golconda Fort in Hyderabad. And Golconda used to be ruled by one of the major dynasties back in the days. So the dynasty, I think, is not as big as the Mughal emperor. The initial dynasty that ruled Golconda was a Shia Islamic dynasty, which eventually took over by Mughal Empire. So it's still quite big, this dynasty. And around this fort itself, there's many different diamond mines. Most of the diamond mines are being mined through primitive methods, artisanal mining methods, to say the least. So even though they use primitive method, they can find many, many beautiful pieces of diamonds. So yeah, as I mentioned, most of the ancient royalties and conquerors actually possess some of the diamonds from this origin. You see, he has produced some of the famous diamonds and notoriously type 2A diamonds as well. Yes, for those who do not know what type 2A diamonds is, so type 2A diamonds, they are pure carbons, right? There are four different types of diamonds. Half of it, they contain nitrogen, and type 2A is pure carbon, which does not have any trace elements at all. And the last type would be the blue diamonds, which contains boron. So type 2A, they can be really, really rare. Okay, even some people know diamond mining, they produce a lot of diamonds, but type 2A diamonds, they can only find like one piece of them in the whole lot. So it's you can imagine it's that rare. And they can they possess quite a unique appearance to other compared to other diamonds as well. They thought to be much better in clarity and much more transparent compared to the ones that have trace elements. So famous diamonds like the Hope Diamond, the Dresden Green Diamond, Koh-i-Noor Diamond, Orlov Diamond, etc. So when I was looking for some other famous diamonds, as I happened to stumble upon this necklace, which is called the Moon of Baroda, also being found in Golconda, India. This pear-shaped diamond is actually a 24-carat fancy yellow diamond. And yeah, it's actually made famous by the, the none other than Marilyn Monroe. Well, not to say Marilyn Monroe is an ancient royalty or whatever, but she she used to be a conqueror of the heart of men. So everybody loved her back in the days. And when she wore this piece of necklace, everybody just, you know, the market for diamonds just boomed because she's just an amazing woman back then. And if you look at this diamond, okay, what surprises me is that when we talk about fancy yellow, it's supposed to be all yellow, right? But if you look at this diamond, the cut itself actually makes it look as if like it's two-tone. You see, the edge of diamond look really yellow, just like what fancy yellow should look like. The middle is just colorless. It's really amazing piece. So I mean that's how actually the cut of the gem can affect its brilliance, its overall appearance as well. So let's look at some of the famous diamonds, shall we? So one of the most famous diamond is the Hope diamond. A lot of people might, when they see this diamond, they always think about, is this the diamond from the Titanic movie? Well, maybe I'm not sure whether it truly is the one, but maybe it inspired Titanic to use maybe a replica of the Hope diamond. So this piece is a 45 carat fancy deep grayish blue diamond. Blue diamonds tends to be extremely rare and is also discovered in Kollur mine of the Golconda Sultanate, which is the Golconda region, right? And what's special about this stone? It's just fancy deep grayish blue. No, when it's being exposed to UV light, it not only fluorescent, it also phosphorescence after when the UV light is being removed from the stone. So most of the diamonds, they do fluoresce blue color, but this phosphorescence actually makes the Hope diamond much more famous, because if you look at this photo right here in the black background, this is after the UV light is being removed and it still shows the glowing red. It's just like a ruby red, you know. It makes it much, much more amazing, and people are just astounded when they see something like this. I don't think some of the research actually say most of the blue diamonds, they do fluoresce a little bit of not fluoresce, phosphoresce a little bit of red due to the boron interacting with the nitrogen trace elements inside of the stone. But it's not as strong as the Hope diamond as we can see here. So the next step will be the Koh-i-Noor diamond. It's a 105 carat type 2A diamond, which now sits on one of the British crown jewel. So it's really no need any introduction with these. The British crown jewels, there's several pieces that contains large gemstones, one of which that contains the Cullinan diamond with a large spinel, but this one is just the plain diamond, and the rest of the side stones as well. So this is the side photo. It shows the unset oval brilliant decolored and reportedly IF clarity Koh-i-Noor diamond. It's still one of the largest stones out there from the ancient kingdom, and it's really not many people will have seen a DIF diamonds before, so it's really truly a spectacle. So up next, one of my favorite, Dresden green diamond, because it's green. I love green. So it's a 41 karat natural green type 2A diamond again. So Dresden actually comes from the location where it has been displayed for most of its lifetime. So most of his lifetime as well is being set into this necklace. Okay, this huge necklace with a lot of old European cut diamonds surrounding it. And it's a little bit of odd shaped hair. You see, it doesn't have a tip, but the color just stands out. Is just like mint. I've seen one of the mint tourmaline, just like the mint color. So it's still one of the largest and finest naturally green colored diamonds around. So green diamonds is basically caused by natural radiation, either underground or in the lab. So it's quite easy to imitate green diamonds or even other gemstones as well. And it's very hard to trace its origin of the color because the radiation underground and the radiation on in the lab is almost the same. I mean, it's exactly the same. So why do we think that this is a natural green diamond? Is because back then in the 17th century, they do not have the technology to create radiation. So being passed down from that era, it must be a naturally green diamond, right? Last but not least, the Orlov diamond is also a huge stone, approximately 190 carat. It can be seen as a rose-cut half pigeon's egg shape. So it's not many research has been done on this stone because it's been kept by the Russian Russian government. Is on display in one of the museums, if I'm not mistaken. So it has unknown type, color, or even clarity to describe this piece. So as you can see, this is the imperial scepter where the Orlov diamond is encrusted in. Once belonged to the Russian Empress Catherine the Great. So some of you might even confuse with the name Orlov diamond with Black Orlov diamond. So Black Orlov diamond is a completely black diamond. Also was found in India, but I'm not going to talk about that. But it's some of the type 2A diamonds like this piece. So after India, the supply went low until to the 1800s. All right. Soon after, Brazil took over as the largest diamond supplier in the world until Kimberley, South Africa, as we are talking right now. So a massive diamond discovery prompted a huge diamond rush back in the late 1800s. And it also transitioned diamond mining from mostly alluvial mining to large-scale mining for larger yield. And soon, De Beers is born. So before we go to De Beers, let's look at this picture. So these are the actual photos taken in Kimberley. And you can imagine the mad rush for diamonds back then. People bringing cattle, bringing the horse, bringing the wagons and everything to a plain piece of land. It's almost like a desert. And I've seen one of the photos. Unfortunately, I cannot use it here because it's highly restricted. We have to pay for that photos anyway. It's actually how they first started the diamond rush. So it's almost like a race where people line up in one straight line, okay? And then there'll be a gun or a signal for them to start sprinting to the claim to wherever they want to mine in this empty piece of land. All right. So when the photo is that the signal just went off, everybody was sprinting towards the piece of land, and then soon they just dig in their plot of land. So that's how the whole Kimberley diamond rush begins. So once then, one person, right, consolidated all of the one person actually consolidated most of the diamond supplies and formed De Beers, right? So De Beers is kind of an infamous name if people who like diamonds, because a lot of people would say, oh, they're being controlled. There's actually a lot of supply. They're just controlling the input into the market. But it's not. It's partially true. Back then, De Beers have controlled the diamond market ever since the diamond rush in the late 1800s. So how do they do that is by purchasing all of the diamond rough from other mines through the diamond trading company known as DTC to maintain its monopoly. So it's quite effective because they have been controlling for almost 100 years, right? So until the beginning of 2000, actually it's maybe 10, 20 years before the 2000s, is the beginning of 2000 is where the whole thing starts to collapse. A strings of events took place, partings of other major mines, like the fall of Soviet Union. Um, as you know, Russia, they produce a lot of diamonds as well, and they used to be part of the De Beers cartel. So when the Soviet Union falls, they withdraw themselves from the cartel. So, and another mine is the Australian mines that are famous for their pink diamonds. So they withdraw from De Beers, and then followed by a string of lawsuits against De Beers as well. So those lawsuits is apparently against them monopolizing the whole diamond market, right, in the US, mainly in the US. So if we look at some of the statistics here, they used to control 85% of the diamond market back then. But now it has dropped to less than 30%. So even though they control 30% nowadays, you might still see the price for diamonds are still very expensive. So since then, prices for the diamonds are actually determined by the market's supply and demand dynamics. So logically speaking, when price of a commodity is very high, that means it has a high demand. So just same goes as diamonds. Diamonds, they still have a lot of demands for it. It's one of the most versatile gemstones to be used in every jewelries. Is Although you might not like it to be in a center stone, it's very useful to make it into a side stone that can complement the color of colored stone centerpiece. So other than that, it's been used for other usage as well. Industrial grade diamonds used for many purposes because of their hardness, their heat conductivity, and then it's just that for jewelries is on the other hand, it's just I guess it has to be there. Imagine a world without diamonds is just um, it's not that interesting anymore. But when you look at the pure diamonds itself, um, it's really interesting. It really have an appearance unlike any other gemstones, to be serious. So, okay, so let's talk about the foundation of 4Cs, right? The 4Cs is the standard grading methods for diamonds. So back in the days after the diamond rush in Kimberley, there are many methods to grade the diamond that causes many confusion among the traders, the consumers, the sellers, everywhere. So the foundation of 4Cs is actually quite revolutionary, to be honest, and it was developed by the founder of GIA, Robert Shipley, back in the early 1940s, aiming to achieve consistency in characterizing faceted diamonds. Okay, so it was later expanded by successor Richard Lidico and colleagues to the system we know today. So it's not really complete stranger for people who do not who 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 might not know the 4Cs. Everywhere you go, right, when you look at diamonds, they will introduce you about the 4Cs. They will educate a little bit about the 4Cs as well. So mainly the carat, color, clarity, and cut of the diamond. So other gemstones can use the 4Cs as well, but it's not as precise as for diamonds. And of course, with some restrictions and limitations as well. So let's talk about all of them, okay? But we're going to start with the cut. The cut mainly is to evaluate the stone's interaction with light, which fuels its brightness, fire, and brilliance. So diamond, uh, as I mentioned, they have this very unique property where they can interact with the light very effectively. That causes it to have good brightness, brilliance, and fire as well. So back in the days, it was used to be graded as either made well or made poorly. So it's not really concise. It's not very clear as well. So by creating this cut grading system, it can be excellent, it can be poor, it can be fair. So depending on the different cuts, I mean, mainly the depth of the stone, it plays a big part in the internal reflection of the diamond, as you can see in the picture right here. So if you look from the left, a very shallow diamond, right, it will look dark. The stone will look dark. This is called a dark center, right? If you look at table in the middle of the table, it's just plain dark. So that happens when the light goes in from the top left, it bounces, all right, it goes out from the girdle. That's where we see there's no reflection within the stone. So if you compare to the very deep cuts, a very deep diamond, the light goes in, bounce, and it goes out from the pavilion, right? So it would show the, hang on, is this the dark center or is this the dark center? I can't really see it from the photo. Apologies, kind of forgot, it's not very accurate photo. But nevertheless, the ideal cuts, which is the excellent one, is this. Okay, some people, the modern great term for them, people call it the hearts and arrow cut, which refers to an extremely good cut, right? So what happens when the light goes in, bounce out from the top girdle, not top girdle, top pavilion, top facets, and then that's where you see all the internal reflections comes out and shines back to you, and then it causes a lot of diffraction of light that causes the fire as well, and so on and so forth. So some also might confuse cut with shape. So these two are actually not the same. Shape is merely the outline of the stone. It can be any shape, like what you see in this picture. It can be round, brilliant, princess cut, emerald cut, oval, and so on and so forth. But of course, different shape, they have different placements of facets as well. So whereas cut is the arrangements of facets that creates an attractive face-up appearance. And one thing to note that cut grading in the 4Cs actually only applies to round brilliant cuts. So I've seen some of the certificates from GIA when they grade other fancy cuts like the princess or emerald cuts, they would just omit the cut grading itself. So there will only be 3Cs, the color, carat, and clarity, right? So next up is the carat, right? Carat is a general unit for weight, of weight for gemstones. And where does this carat name comes from? It actually comes from the carob seed, where traders back then used as a counterbalance to their weighing scales. So most carob seeds weighs approximately 0.2 grams. Okay, so that's where they will weigh 1 carat diamond with a single piece of carob seed, and then it will see which side it would tilt. Okay, so carat is quite subjective, but the appearance itself, you can't really judge the carat, the weight of the stone. So therefore, no two diamonds of the same weight doesn't equal to the same value. Of course, it has to be determined by other factors of other C's as well, like the clarity, the color, and the cuts. So it's I'm not sure how consistent they are using the carob seed back then, because although they are quite consistent, but it still range a little bit less or a little bit more than 0.2 grams. And what if a diamond is less than 0.2 grams? I'm not sure what they would use to actually measure the weight. So maybe I'm not from the ancient times. So thirdly is the clarity. Clarity defines as the absence of inclusions and blemishes. So inclusions are the internal impurities that can be seen within the stone, and blemishes are the external external blemishes that is on the surface of the stone. It can be cuts, it can be scratches, it can be burns that is on the surface. So, but mostly we will see what's inside the stone. These are the ones that is more obvious. So why do they have? I mean, all of gemstones would have some form of inclusions or blemishes as well. So because all of them, they form under the heat and pressure underground, as well as the unstable geographical environment. So for gemstones that have perfect clarity are quite rare. Not to say all of them, but some of the stones, they are extremely, extremely rare. Yeah. So it's one of the seas that was plagued with many inconsistencies because no two gemstones would have two identical birthmarks, right? So even though you can say a term for this stone, but it might not apply for another stone. So, and back then it was used to describe as without flaws or without imperfections. So well, later we have a demonstration on clarity, so I'm not going to explain a lot for this. And lastly will be the color. Diamond colors grading is about what you cannot see. I like this statement. It's about what you cannot see, colorless, right? So the D to Z color scale was introduced in 1953 for a more precise color grading to replace the old terms like river, cape, canary yellow, even A, B, and C that can easily confuse buyers and sellers. So when Robert Shipley first developed the 4Cs, the color grading was not as complete as today now. It was further developed and perfected by his successor, Richard Lidico, into the D to Z scale. So I have a lot of questions why the D to Z scale doesn't start with A, B, and C. So because like you see here, back then people use A, B, and C to grade diamonds too, right? Generally, A would be the best stone. Okay, in terms of what, I'm not sure. It could be everything compiled into one, or it could be just the color itself as A diamond, or multiple alphabets for better stones like AA, AAA, or triple B, triple C. So that's why the color scale now starts with a D. So different categories, they will have different terms like colorless from D to F, near colorless G to J, faint K to M, very light N to R, and light S to Z. So above the Z, if the color is exceeded the Z, it will be considered fancy color. Okay, and the color scale is mainly to see how to say is some of the colors that is graded by the color scale would have a little bit of hints of yellowish, or even brownish as well. So it will go from pure colorless all the way to a little bit very light yellow, not until the fancy yellow range. Okay, so actually that would be all. And next up would be the live demonstration of some of the color, maybe not color, clarity from Kunming and Huiying. Over to you.
No, me.
Oh,
Hi, everyone. So, right, before we do the live demonstration, just want to share with you our upcoming events. As you have maybe probably heard from Kunming just now. Okay, now I put it in picture for you. Okay, first of all, starting next Tuesday, we're going to do Tuesday Instagram live sale, okay, for the Gem Museum shop. So it'll be quite interesting. I mean, the items that we're going to showcase are for sale, but then it's also very interesting to see what are some of the interesting items like rocks, minerals, so on and so forth. So Andrew, he's the one that is going to curate some of these gems to show. And if you're interested, you can of course let us know, and then we'll take notes of your interest. Anyway, that's going to be every Tuesday, okay, starting from next Tuesday. And then, of course, we have our next Zooming In with Gems in November 18. On November 18, once again, you can always drop by the gemmuseum.eventbrite.com to sign up for the session. Okay, it's of course a free live session that you have been joining us. I know many of you have been joining us for many sessions. So thank you very much for being with us, for so long, since last year. So it's been like almost 1.5 years already, almost. Yeah, we started since June. And this is we have been having a lot of fun with for zooming in with gems, especially the live demonstration. So do not leave so soon. Okay, last but not least, of course, we have the lunchtime gem talk. And if you have not joined us for the lunchtime gem talk, right, please remember it's on every first and third Wednesday of the month. All right, and it's from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Of course, it is lunchtime gem talk. So pop into facebook.com/the Gem Museum, and we have that. We will put up the link within a few days before the Gem Talk. Okay, so what you can do is that you can follow our page, our Facebook page, and put a notification. Click on the notification whenever we put the link up, okay, for this lunchtime gem talk. So what do we talk about during lunchtime? Of course, we talk about gemstones. In the last 2 months, I think we have been talking about we made a review of our zooming in with gems, answered some of those questions that people always ask, and those questions that people have asked during the zooming in with gems webinar, and also questions that people ask when they come and visit us at the Gem Museum. So that's what we do at the Gem Talk, lunchtime Gem Talk. So if you have if you have some interesting topics that you want us to talk about, right, feel free to PM us, okay, private message us on Facebook. On our Facebook page, and we will try and organize a time for lunchtime gem talk. Okay, on top of that, this next month, we have one guest speaker. Okay, he is not revealed that to you yet, so stay tuned with our Facebook page, okay, and keep a lookout for all these events that will be coming up. All right, so okay. This live sale want to make an impact. Now, let's go and move on to our live demonstration to Kunming.
Yeah. Hi. So I'm so okay. Let's check it out now. We're going to go and look at some diamonds on my microscope. So before I go there, I want to talk a little bit about the certificate. Okay, I hope you all can see my screen of certificates here. So this is a stone, one of my stones in my stock. It's a 1.51 carat. So when you look at the GIA cert, what do you look out for? You can first thing is the GIA number. You can copy it, and then you go to www.gia.edu, and there's a report check area. You click on it and you key in your GIA number, and that will show you whether or not there's such a stone, such a cert made in GIA. I believe in other labs, they also provide this service. It's an important service because there are many instances of fraudulent certificates. So this is one way that you can protect yourself from fraud and just check your stone. So that's what I did. I brought my stones here. I didn't bring the physical certificate. I went online, I keyed in the number, and I got all my stones. So the first stone I want to share with you is this one. So it's a 1.51 carat F color Si2. So today we'll share a little bit more on clarity, which is this part, so Si2. So if you look at the cert here, you will see there's a clarity grading scale. Let me just zoom in. Zoom in a little bit. Where's the hand? Okay, you can zoom in a little bit more. So you can look at here. You can see that the clarity scale, flawless, internally flawless, VVS1, VVS2, VS1, VS2, SI1, SI2, I1, I2, I3. Today I will showcase SI1, SI1, SI2, VS1, VS2. These are the more common clarity grading, and I will showcase it under the microscope. So this current piece here is a 1.51 F Si2. Excellent, excellent. So the polish is excellent. The symmetry is excellent. So remember just now, Andrew was sharing that cut grade only refers to round brilliant stones. And it's true, you don't see a cut grade here. It's not here because this is a fancy shape, which is a heart shape. So let's zoom into the Si2. Because many times people just say, Si2, this kind of stone, really low quality. Well, if you know how to look, this is where you can find some gems. So this is something that I like to do in my free time. When I go and look for diamonds, sometimes I just look for Si2 stones because sometimes the Si2 doesn't look like an Si2. Let's have a look under my microscope. So let's see. Let me share. Can you see the okay? So right now I have, I need to turn off the lights because if not, it will be too bright. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the light for my microscope. Wow, look at that. You can see all the twinning widths. So let's look at the cert again. You can see this line, red line here. So when you see a red line, it's inside the stone. When you see a green line, it's outside the stone. Okay, so anyway, twinning widths. So you have one line on the left, one line on the center here, close to 9 o'clock, and this one 6 o'clock, and this one is like 5 for 4 o'clock, and here it's about 2 o'clock. So let's try to map them out onto the diamond. Well, let's take a look at this. So this is a Si2 stone. Why I like this stone is because it looks very clear. If I cut down the light a bit, let me cut down the light. Huh?
Yeah, you never switch.
Oh.
You didn't switch the share screen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I didn't switch. So, I think I should want to share screen. I just said share screen. Can you see now?
Yes, can.
If I switch to the cert, can you see?
Yes.
Oh, can, good. Okay, great. So sorry, guys. So anyway, back to the stone. We can see many inclusions, red color inclusions that is mapped into the stone. So why I got this stone, even though it's Si2, you see, look, this is like less than 10 times magnification. You don't really see any obvious inclusions. Look at that. So just now, Andrew was sharing like, oh, this is like no flaw or less flaw, Yeah, that's why it's very difficult to describe. So they came up with the clarity grading, SI1, SI2, so it's easier to talk. So look, let's try to map out the inclusions. Okay, so when you look at this stone, it's Si2, you don't see any like very, very obvious inclusions. See? Okay, these are all like, okay. Let's take a look at the cert. Let's take a look at this one on the left, top left-hand corner. So let's zooming into gems, literally. Literally. Okay, you can see there. This one, this is the stone. This is this line. And then there's one here. There's one here, which is something like this. So of course, it's not so exact, but you can see literally where all the inclusions are. And this is graded as a SI2. All right, any questions so far? Any questions so far? If not, I will move on to the next stone. Jiahao, can you see the stone already?
Yeah.
Can and also the report.
It's SI2.
Yeah, it's SI2. Very dirty. Huiying say very dirty.
It's like a lot of fingerprint.
Well, you know, if you look under the microscope,
You want to make it bigger.
let me make it bigger. Yeah, let me make it.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So you see, I know many of you don't really see this often, so I want to share it. You see the twinning wheels all over the stone.
You want to point it out to me?
Yeah, let me point out to you. So the twinning wheels, see all over the stone. See here? All over the stone.
I think you use your mouse to point is better.
Oh, yeah. Like here?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are twinning wheels.
The one with the cleavage there. Yeah. Don't too much. Cleavage. There's one way. That stop. No, blur already. Okay, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Show that 11 o'clock.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. These are twinning wheels.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are white. So this is SI2. Let me show you an SI1 now. Or maybe, I don't know, can we show it? So maybe, let me take SI1. Hope you are enjoying yourself so far. We just are going to do learning something, and let me show you SI1 diamond now. Okay, here's SI1 1.5 carat V color diamond. Okay. Yes, okay, let me show you the certificate. So SI1 is here. All right. So here is DSI1. And then you look at the diagram. You can see they are like the circle is a crystal, you know, and also again twinning wheels. There's some twinning wheels around here. So similar to just now the SI2. And then you have some clouds here. And then an indented natural is at the back here. I'm not sure if I can show it to you because it's set, but let's try. Okay, let's see. So one of the very obvious ones, okay, for this stone is the crystal. So you see the crystal. So let's take it. Let's check it out. Boom. See so many crystals. Let's zoom. So you have one crystal. This one is double crystal. So there's one. This is a reflection. There's one crystal here. So this one is okay. Wait, I flip it around. Then it's more to the cert. To grade a diamond normally it takes about an hour, for half an hour. Depends on how many inclusions. So it's really time consuming, but it's very interesting. Okay, so you see, wow, this crystal very obvious. Okay, so one crystal here. This crystal can make bigger. Yeah. To be.
Yeah, much. Yeah, good. Very nice. You have a
Actually,
8
just
o'clock. Okay.
yeah, this one. This crystal is actually this one. Okay,
Maybe 7 o'clock.
and then there's one more here, which is here. You see?
No. It's at the bottom.
Wait. There. You can see here. Sorry, it's here. This one,
And then one more on the right side.
and then
Hidden.
it's hidden here. Somewhere here. Let's zoom into the middle crystal and see how a crystal looks like. So what's a crystal? It's a diamond crystal, diamond within a diamond. Let's go in. Let's go into the crystal. Wow, look at that. See?
Very sharp.
Me jump in and zoom in a bit more. Wow. Awesome. This is a cubic shape. Wow. Hope I didn't lose it.
Just move down a bit. Move your diamond down.
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Okay, focus. Yeah.
There. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
What? Awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the diamond.
This is a diamond. This is a diamond crystal.
See? This
It's a diamond crystal.
the beauty of an SI one is you get all this. You buy one diamond, you get many diamonds free. Okay, inside the diamond. Okay, so this is SI one. So far, anyone prefer this stone than the SI2? What are your thoughts? Yeah, so this is the SI, the crystal. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is VS2. VS2. Okay, let's check out what is the cert. So VS2 is also a heart shape, and you get a lot of twinning whiz. Twinning whiz is a 1 carat G VS2. Twinning whiz, cloud, and feathers. All right, twinning whiz, clouds, and feather. It's much lesser than this one, SI2. This is so many.
Bigger.
Okay, and then this is lesser. Smaller, and VS2. So the grading is 2 times better. Let's take a look. Hope you are learning something. Okay. Just putting it up into the. Okay, let's go. I better zoom out. All right. I gotta go. Okay, have a look at this. Not too strong, right? Okay, this is this stone. Let's see the center of the stone.
So see, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
Yeah. 9 o'clock. See, oh yeah, I see.
9 o'clock.
Okay, I saw it. I saw the.
Yeah, the twinning waves.
So you'll learn something called twinning whiz. See the twinning whiz? Yeah. This one. If you turn it a little bit. There's the twinning whiz. So
at the bottom also have one.
yeah, there one long one here. This is the twinning whiz. So again, these two is here. One long one here, and one little bit here.
Bottom.
See, very nice. So these are clarity grading. So this is VS2.
You will put the SI2.
Yeah. So you can see this is a VS2 versus a SI2. Much clearer, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But if you really want to, if you don't really look so deeply in the stone, I don't see much of a difference between that and this. Look at that.
difference.
Yeah, I got lah. It's got difference lah. That's why the price. The price is I think 40 to 50% more, in price. Okay. So let's see the last one, which is a VS1. This is a yellow diamond. I'm going to show you a fancy yellow diamond. Fancy yellow diamond. Is there any questions so far? Today, it seems more quiet. Maybe because diamonds. Or are you all very engrossed in the video under the microscope? Okay. So this is a fancy yellow diamond I'm going to show you. Let me just put it up here. Here. So this is a VS1. And I think the biggest inclusion that you will see is only a cloud in the table. Very much lesser inclusions. Okay, very much lesser inclusions. It's a beautiful fancy yellow, very fresh color. We wanted to show color grading on the Zooming engines, but we realized there's some difficulty with the technology because the color,
We can try.
yeah, we can try, but it's very, very difficult. Okay, so let's see.
This one is so much here.
Yeah, wait, let me. This is so much clearer, right?
Nice though.
Yeah,
Nice
very
cushion.
nice. Okay, let's find the cloud. Let's find the cloud.
It's a pink this one.
No, it's yellow. This cloud, very, very elusive. Very small one.
See, here we go. Yeah, I think it's beautiful.
Well, you all can even guess on the screen.
I learned from Mr. Tay, I need to show off.
Oh, show off. You're funny, you.
No. Yeah. Is that on the survey or is that?
It's,
Yeah.
yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
There.
Is it on the survey or is that?
Wait.
Small dot.
Got to adjust it. This VS1 is very good VS1.
Is that on the surface?
Strong. Yeah, stronger light. There.
Yes.
There.
It's at 10 o'clock.
There.
10 o'clock. Hey, don't move already.
There. Oh, yeah.
Kunming, just now.
Okay, wait.
Just now can see you need the contrast.
There, this one.
I know, but then the contrast just now was so much better. Can you tilt it upwards? Tilt towards you. Okay, no, tilt away. There you go. But away is good. Away from you. Away from you.
No, wait.
Away from you.
There.
Yeah.
See this? I zoom in a bit more. Okay, this is the cloud.
Yeah.
Okay, my friends, this is the cloud. You might ask me why there's a lot of dots already. A lot of them are dust. So this is the cloud you're looking at. This is the very important inclusion. If you want to know, this is your gemstone. This is your diamond.
You know, there's this Facebook group that they do cloud spotting in Singapore.
Should put this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a cloud spotting in diamonds.
So that's about it about clarity. You want to see one of the, no, I can't show that. Maybe I can show the green natural. Okay, maybe I can show you one natural. Okay, let's see a natural. Okay, a pavilion.
There's quite a number of naturals there.
Yeah, but I think this one and this.
No, I think you should do the girdle one.
This one.
There's an one indented and one not indented.
Show this one.
No lah, why you going to show the small? Show the bigger one lah.
But I must change the.
Position lah.
Yeah, change position. Okay.
The bigger one, the biggest one on top.
Okay, let me show you.
Flip it like a hamburger.
Yeah, I'm going to show you this indented natural. Okay, indented natural. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, it's not here. Is it here? No, it's not here. I think it's the other side.
Can I help you with this? It's not the one. Can I help you with this?
Yeah, sure. Okay, when you will help me with this. Ah. Yeah, so diamond grading is actually take some time, take some expertise,
And look,
and then and also we use it interchangeably with a loop.
you can sit down, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so we're finding the indented natural. We'll have a look and show it to you
Beautiful.
before we end off today's zooming in with gems. Zooming into gems. So you look at that, it's a very nice girdle. It's
Not girl, not very nice girl.
Very nice
very
girl.
nice girdle.
okay. Look at that. So this cushion cut has a very thick girdle. Well, thick girdles keeps color and makes the color more. Hey, there is.
I know.
This one. See, this is the.
This is a very nice diamond.
Right, let's see. This is the indented. Yeah, this one. This is a natural. So it's not that they didn't polish properly. It's he left a skin of diamond. See the skin of diamond. Look at that. There, the skin of diamond. It's an indented natural.
Zoom in for you guys to see.
Wow. Zooming into gems. Zooming into gems. Look at that. This is the indented natural. This is which one? Let me see. Okay, stop. Zooming into gems. There.
Okay, I want to zoom in some more.
Look at that. Look at the
Trigon.
trigon. Yeah. No, not trigon.
Trigons.
All right. This is
Trigons.
trigon. Natural trigon. This is
Trigon and striation.
this here. I think it's this one, right?
No, I think it's this one.
This one. Yeah.
Is it this or this?
No, it should be this. Either
No.
it's one of it. I think it's this.
This one.
Or this one.
This one.
Here at the side, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
So this is the clarity grading.
Trigon. You shouldn't trigon.
Yeah,
Trigon, the triangular
triangle
one.
here.
And striation. That's how we know that it's a natural.
Yeah, this is a natural.
Nice.
So it's a skin of diamond. Yeah. So that's it for today's demonstration. Do you have any questions? Any questions on the floor?
Where in the corner?
Yeah, anyone on? I check the. Oops. Yeah, diamond grading is it takes a lot of time and effort.
Just got to be very
Very careful, very meticulous.
yeah. But it's fun. We do have classes, for diamonds as well.
Yes.
It's a beautiful piece.
Okay, let's share screen again. That's what's happening.
Then this was the one that we
Just
saw
now, the one that
now.
we saw just now.
You see the trigon?
Wow,
So
nice.
beautiful.
Take a photo. Wait, let me take a photo. Screenshot. Okay, got it.
Screenshot.
Screenshot, right?
Okay.
Finding another one.
Yeah. Normally when we grade diamonds we use 10 times, but this one for the purpose of showing you.
Normally they have naturals left at the girdle because that's the most unseen place. And naturals, one thing good is you know that this is a natural diamond, not synthetic diamond.
Yeah.
So these are telltale signs. So sometimes the benefits of
Extra facet.
the extra facet.
No, not that one, the small one.
This one.
Yeah, on top there's a small triangle.
Yeah, this one.
Ah.
This is an extra facet.
Yeah. I think that natural is the nicest really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's the end of our sharing live demo. Is there any questions?
Yeah.
I mean, any questions on Facebook?
Any questions on Facebook? Okay, so all right, so we had the live demonstration. Anybody has any questions? Does anybody on Facebook has question? I saw Gyok Mui, is it Gyok Mei or Gyok Mei? Yeah, thank you for joining us. And yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to message us or just make a comment on our Facebook video. Yeah, and if not, then you just private message us as well. It's fine, or just pop by the Gem Museum. Talk to us, yes. Yeah, if you want to really, learn more about diamonds, how to grade and see more diamonds under the microscope, do let us know as well. We can only wait. Yeah, need to look carefully and understand GIA cert properly. That's right. Jiahao, you said it right. We do need to understand the cert properly, and we do need to because there's always changes. 10 years ago when we came into the market, right? There's no such thing as twinning whips actually. They don't actually grade the diamond with this term called twinning whips. It was only about 5-6 years ago we started to see certificates that mention twinning whips. So there's always changes, and that's why we always got to upgrade ourselves to understand the certificate. Yeah, and of course, we try to make more comparisons. Just now you saw the comparison from SI2 to VS1. You can see the drastic difference. Yeah, so that's why diamonds with a better clarity gets a better price, or higher price. That's the reason, because of its beauty. And because the beauty. Okay, host wants me to start video. I thought maybe not, but then never mind. So because of the beauty of the gems, that's why there is this layering of there's this tier pricing to it. Yeah, the more you understand the diamonds, the more we can actually appreciate diamonds. And hopefully next time we will be able to share a bit more about fancy color diamonds as well. That's another whole totally different story altogether, but it's very, very exciting story. And the last diamond that you saw is actually it was a fancy yellow. It's a fancy yellow diamond, and it's very, very pretty, very nice looking. Yeah, so thank you very much for this evening. Once again, the Gem Museum, our vision is to be the platform that bridges the gems industry with the rest of the world. So, and also just to acknowledge some of the references that we got from Andrew's presentation. All right, that's about it. Let me stop share. Okay.
So
and
maybe yeah, I'm going to on my unmute.
Okay, actually I do see question, from Facebook. Anna asking, do all diamonds have cloud? What if the report clouds are not shown? Not all diamonds have clouds.
Yes,
Yeah.
not all diamonds have clouds.
Not all diamonds have clouds. And if the clouds are not, if the report clouds are not shown, that means no cloud law.
No, there's also some report, they will make a comment, not all clouds are shown. So
because maybe too many clouds already.
Wherever they show on the cert is just that
the important ones.
The important ones that
determine the grading.
Determine the grading of SI1 or SI2 or VS1.
Yeah.
So they some certain clouds, they are like at the edge or at the side that doesn't really appear when you first look at it. They won't mention it.
Yeah. I hope you're not hearing feedback because we are. Oh no. Okay, Kunming is muted. All right, yeah, that's right. So in grading, in terms of grading, right, when we do diamond grading, we look at the most important parts of especially for clarity, okay? We look at the important, the obvious ones, especially under 10 times. Those are the ones that will determine the grading of the diamond. So for example, if the crystal is so large, you can see, right, straight away it goes into a SI2 or even I1 quality already. All right, let's say especially the dark colored inclusions. If it's a light color or colorless inclusion, like what you saw just now, then we have to look at whether how big it is and where is the position. Where is it located? Is it right at the table? Or is it at the edge of the pavilion or edge of the girdle? So the more inconspicuous, the better the clarity. So this is how we look at it. And it's just an example to show you. Of course, if you really want to go into grading the diamond, the clarity and even the color of the diamond, then it is a lot more work lah. Yeah, and practice as well. Okay, thank you for the question, Anna. And one day diamond workshop, Yoke Mei is asking, is it going to be a physical class? So because the diamond workshop, we have not run the diamond workshop for quite a while because I think people are so used to diamond and then they are.
Actually,
Yeah.
both, if I unmute myself, will they
Cannot-
have feedback?
Yes, they will hear feedback from my side.
So actually, many people think like, oh, diamond is overrated lah, you know. Why?
Sorry, Kunming, are you muted? You want to unmute?
But you are unmute, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so Kunming's voice but my face. Okay. Carry on.
Can you hear me, right?
Sorry, carry on.
Can you hear me? Okay,
Can,
right?
yeah.
So the reason why we actually started this, we still go ahead with this topic is because the 4Cs is a very good grading system when you want to look at gemstones, not just diamonds. So you kind of question yourself, where's the inclusion, what is the clarity grading, you know, and what's the color. So with that basis, that's why we talk about the 4Cs grading system. And that's where we learn it from diamonds. Diamonds is the best because you're not talking about such a complex color. You're just talking about what's the shade of the color from the D color to G color, H color. Then in terms of clarity, you talk about where is the position of the inclusions. Yeah, of course, you don't want to buy a stone with the center right big inclusion in the center of the table. It will be very distracting. You want to hit at the side, hidden somewhere. So there are many opportunities, you know, for those of you who are very excited to collect gemstones and diamonds. Yeah, go and look at SI2 stones. You know, if you are free, just drop down to all the online diamond websites, you know, just go and see SI2 or I1, I2. Who knows, you may be able to find a bargain, a steal that nobody else have seen. You know, like an inclusion right at the side, you know, or somewhere, or some inclusions have your initials. Like for me, it's TKM. So if I can see a twinning wish with TKM, wow, I might buy that diamond, and it might be cheaper because when you can see TKM means, oh, at least an SI2 or I1. Yeah. So,
okay,
yeah.
so I want to answer the question. I haven't finished answering the question. One day workshop. Why not you send in a request? Because for diamonds, the demand to learn whether online or physical is very, very little. So maybe you send in a request, and if we can gather enough students, or you can get your friends to join in also, then we probably can have a physical class. Yeah, or even an online class if you want to. So that's for the diamond class. Yes, Yoke Mei, hope that answers your question. All right. Andrew, do you have anything you want to add on? Andrew don't have.
No.
No, Andrew don't have anything to add on. Okay, if not, then I guess that will be all for tonight. We have been overrun or running the time quite a bit. But I hope you all have a wonderful time and learning something. Okay.
Okay, take care.
Thank
See you.
you.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.